Quick mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
A bit muffled, but yes.
Okay, I'll keep it super short. In the middle of Manhattan, audio choppy, but we got a good show for you. This is Matthew, aka Nifty Time. We have Alvin swinging through today to introduce Subs.fun, a really cool project at the intersection of AI, crypto, and social over on Solana. And we have a couple scallywags jumping on the stage today as well. Rizzle and Fabiano Speziati, you may have heard of them, maybe, arguably. We'll see what happens. But they have some alpha that they're going to drop in everyone. Cool project they've been cooking up. I'm going to shut my mouth up in case the audio is terrible. Pass the mic over to Rizzle to get the hype train rolling for today so we can get into today's show.
Matt, I'm happy to report 95% of that was good. You turned into a robot like slightly at the end, but it was pretty solid. How am I sounding? Can I get a mic check?
There we go.
Am I good?
You sound real good.
Oh, yeah, right on. I'm going to try and keep it short because I'm going to be on the mic in a little bit talking about this Babacci project that I'm honestly really fucking stoked about. But I'm going to try and get through my intro stuff. Big shout out to Foxy Yoga for holding it down, as always, the pre-whip DJ set. Couple announcements. Metageist and I are playing golf in virtual reality tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern time. Will be tea time. I'm a terrible golfer, so join me and get motion sick while hitting golf balls in VR with Metageist and I, and we're gonna do the things tomorrow afternoon, and it'll be nice, relaxing, or something. I don't know, but join us if you have a headset. We're gonna try the thing out. If you're listening to me right now, Metageist is dropping the information in the general channel of Discord. So hop into the general channel. That's where links will be shared throughout the event, and all the good banter generally goes on there as well. You should also be in Hyperfi, where we got a whole bunch of the project we'll be talking about today, staged throughout the parcel. You may or may not recognize some of the traits on them. I'll get in more into that in a little bit, but definitely stick around because you'll be able to do some things and win some things, which is always fun. Let's see what else we got going on. Matt and I recorded a podcast, but we haven't put it out yet, so I can't shill that. But if you follow our Warpcast channel, or you, let me get a YouTube link, uploaded another Classic Paradox video to the YouTube channel. You stay on top of either of these channels or any of our Twitter accounts or pretty much anything. You're going to see it at some point. So check out our shit. Even if you don't like it, just click on all the buttons and help us beat the algorithm, because that shit is like really annoying. And so we're across like all these platforms and everything. What you should also do is sign the guest book. It is hung properly in World. I'm also dropping it in the general channel, so you can cheat and sign it that way. Fabiano has cooked up a special Babacci gift for everybody for free today for signing the guest book. It's actually here near the stage if you walk over near the podium and everything. And it has rats, which is been a theme that we did not intend to incorporate. Maybe Fabiano did, but we've just worked that in, and now we got a rat theme going on. But I like it; it fits somehow. So let's see. In a minute, I'm going to pass the mic over to Alvin. If you have a question for Alvin or myself or Fabiano or anyone else, I guess, who hops on the mic, hit show in the chat box in Discord at SHO. And he will relay them to the presenters after they speak. And we're going to do a group shot in World. So once again, make your way in World at some point. There's a lot of little creatures for you to check out. You might have to do something with some of them at some point. I put a bunch of them in the gallery in like GIFs and videos, but it seems kind of silly because you can actually like physically walk around them sort of in the metaverse. So anyway, check all the stuff out. And I think that's about everything, at least until I hop back on the mic. So once again, if you don't know, you should know. We've been doing this for 6 years, aka 6 billion crypto years, dropping alpha and basically being decentralized public broadcasting for the metaverse out here in Web3. If you like what we do and you donate to the WIPmeetup.eth, it gets chopped up automatically amongst the crew via 0x splits. If you really like what we do and we want to give us a whole bunch of money, talk to me or Matt. We haven't rugged anybody in a long time. And whether you like what we do or not, we're going to drop a bunch of these fucking weird-ass bugs on you about a month from now at NFC Summit. So about that. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen week in and week out. Foxy Yoga, Easy Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwolf the Stowaway, Brookhawk the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractilians, Johan, Matt, Meta guys. Thank you all so much. And I'm going to pass the mic over to Alvin, who Matt wrangled in here, and I really appreciate it because I've tinkered around with Solana, and I need to know more cool stuff that's going on over there. And I'm underexposed, so we're going to do the ever precarious mic drop or mic toss, and I'm going to try and unmute Alvin and see if he can tell us a little bit about what he's cooking up.
Cool. Thanks, Rizzle. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, dude, it sounds great. Much better than Matt.
All right, awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. I think I was told the format is I'll just kind of talk for a couple minutes about subs, and then we'll have a Q&A session. Is that right?
Yes, that's perfect.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it. So Subs is basically crypto Reddit, but and also with some AI agents kind of mixed in, and I'll tell you more about that. But we launched the invite-only beta just about 3 weeks ago, and things are definitely going pretty well. Lots of cool activity and topics and stuff that people have been posting about. But the way the platform works is, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like crypto Reddit. So every subreddit topic has a coin. We call it's called Subs.fun because they are kind of these tokenized subforums. And in each of these subforums, there's not only a token, but the subforum itself is token gated, so you can post with other holders. And you can also earn rewards for good posts. Now, who determines what is a good post? The AI agent. So the AI agent kind of plays this role of the sub moderator, but also kind of like this all-wise entity that decides like how many coins people should be rewarded for the posts that they make. So it's kind of like a social launchpad. You can buy and sell as many tokens as you want. So we facilitate that, and you can kind of trade in the app. But you need to hold 10,000 of these coins out of a 1 billion kind of fixed supply amount. You need to hold 10,000 to be able to post and upvote and reply and stuff in the sub itself. And so the idea here is you can get upside in the online communities that you participate in. You can capture value when you're early to a topic or idea. And also with the AI agent, you can kind of just consolidate information streams on some super niche topic that you might have some weird interest in. And so like the way that we sort of think about it is, subforums are kind of an internet primitive. They've been around since the very, very early days of the internet. And really what they are just small groups of people who are experts, or at the very least, like highly passionate about a topic, or maybe they want to learn more about that thing. And the knowledge generated from the posts and the links and the data shared in these little pockets of the internet can be immensely valuable for the seekers of its information. One measurement of this is, maybe you guys have seen these charts, but there's been an increase in Google searches with the word Reddit appended to the end of the Google search. Like over the past 15 years, it just like is up only to the right. And so I think people are looking more and more to these types of little pockets of the internet that might have like weird or niche or even proprietary kind of information in them to answer their questions or to kind of satisfy their curiosity. And Reddit, makes money on ads. They have also started doing licensing deals with the various like big foundational AI companies. But the users who are doing the valuable work to kind of create and curate this knowledge every day don't see a penny from that, right? They don't benefit or capture any upside at all. And so that's kind of where we think crypto can play a really large role in. You are an owner in the social graph and the knowledge base that these kind of little pockets of the internet generate. And so the more work you do to kind of create value in the sub, the more ownership you accrue. And as the sub increases in popularity, and maybe even in the future, if the agent is able to generate revenue streams, the idea is that you can benefit from that. So I will pause there, I guess, because I was speaking for a bit, and open it up for questions.
Yep.
Hey man,
I'm rolling in. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
sorry about that. Hey Alvin, what's going on?
How's it going, man?
Good. So we have a question from Easy in Crypto. He would like to know: are each post a coin, or are they grouped by account?
Yeah, it's a good question. So right now, posts are not coins themselves. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with like Zora. So it doesn't work quite like that right now. The coins are associated with the subforum themselves, and posts kind of the AI agent generates like a score for each post, and that score is used as an input to determine like how many of the sub coins should be rewarded to the poster. And we have actually like quite a bit of data, like kind of infra built, where the any sort of links or articles or PDFs or anything like that that you post in a subforum actually gets scraped. So it's not like just the content that you see. We actually go into the links and scrape that and pull that all down into the AI agent's knowledge base. Um, coining the posts themselves is something that we've definitely talked about and is pretty interesting, but it's not live right now.
Awesome. We have a question from Rizzle. He would like to know: would it make sense for the WIP to create a forum there?
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. We have spoken with a few different like kind of communities in and outside of crypto, actually, kind of talking about whether it would make sense for them to kind of create a sub. I think the analogy I like to use is basically just like think about anything that you can see a subreddit on, right? Like the topics can be broad, they can be super narrow. Most like kind of companies, like bigger companies, have their own subreddits these days. Sometimes they are like moderated by company employees. Sometimes it's like a pure kind of community effort, and then on subreddit too, there's like on Reddit too, there's subreddits for online communities that might have like other kind of gathering places or entities. And so we're super open to it and think it could be really cool. I guess it does kind of depend, like how you would want to. I think every community would think about how to incorporate the sub into like the rest of their, the things that they have going on. People have asked us, could we kind of create this and then give certain benefits to token holders, or can we actually like give can we give subcoins to people that are already in our community? It's really flexible. It's a very kind of basic kind of thing. You can keep it totally separate, or you can try to bundle it in with kind of some other things that you have going on. But I think it would be cool.
That's cool. We have a question from Easy in Crypto. He would like to know: so do we sign in with a Soul wallet and make an account, or or are there other ways to onboard onto the app?
Yeah. So we use Privy. So there's like an embedded wallet option, and we are actually launching probably later today a web version. So right now, it's they're mobile apps, and you do need an invite code, which I'm happy to share a bunch of invite codes to everyone listening. We can figure out how to best kind of get you guys those. But by default, like you can just log in with X or email. We'll create a Privy embedded wallet for you, and you can export that key yourself and kind of use it on whatever Solana enabled wallet that you use. And then pretty soon, hopefully later today, maybe tomorrow, the web app will be live. And with that, you can just log in directly using an existing wallet.
Awesome. Yo, Alvin, thank you so much, man. We have like a lot of inbound here, looking for invite codes and everything. So I'm sure this is an audience that appreciates what you're building. I'm sure is very familiar with a lot of these social media platforms, as well as the experiments that have gone on in Web3. So yeah, man, we're gonna stick Matt after you to hunt down a bunch of invite codes for us, because it sounds cool what you're building, man. Appreciate you hopping on.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell yeah. Easy's been dropping the links to Alvin's project and socials and the general channel, so definitely check all that stuff out, and make sure you're signing the guest book, because that's how we keep track of things. Even though we don't have a great way to distribute invite codes, we're going to find you in some way or another if you sign that thing. So I'm going to drop the link to that again. This is the always awkward part where I pass the mic to myself because I'm on the mic today, along with Fabiano, and we're gonna drop some alpha about this project that we've been working on it for a long ass time, and as you know, the market's been doing like wild things, and this is a project that we overcomplicated in an attempt to do something really cool, and because of that, it took a long time to get out of the gate, but here we are. So. I'm going to read the official description to you from Fabiano, because this is actually him and Patrizia's brainchild here. And like I do, I saw something that was awesome and glommed onto it and Rizzleified it in as much way as I could humanly possible. So I'm going to read to you the description from Fabiano and Patrizia about the project. And then I'm going to pass the mic over to Fabiano briefly so that he can talk about some of the inspiration on these characters, and then I'll give you the dirt. I'll give you the cool shit, and we're gonna give some away. So hop in world and check some of these creatures out. The Paradox was a huge help once again in optimizing and littering the parcel with a lot of these Babaccis. So check them out while you're hanging out here, and I'll tell you how you can win some. And let me read the description here. So. The name has a great story in itself, which I'll tell you afterwards. So, the Babacci, the NFT revolution celebrating art, technology, and community. The Babacci represent a unique generative NFT collection conceived with the visual elegance of voxel art and powered by 3D technology. Each Babaccio is an extraordinary digital character, the result of a creative fusion of elements that come together to create a dynamic, vibrant, and innovative collection. Their designs range from fun, elegant, or bold, always in line with the project's philosophy. At the heart of the project lies a fundamental idea, making each Babaccio a special tribute. The exclusive traits celebrate platforms, artists, and collectors who have inspired and shaped the world of crypto art. Every detail is a tangible recognition of their creativity and influence, transforming some Babacci into true collector's icons. This homage serves as a meaningful acknowledgement of the communities that are the beating heart of digital art and culture. But the Babacci are more than just visually captivating collectibles. Each minted character can be downloaded as a GLB file, making it usable in the Metaverse. This functionality adds an interactive dimension to the collection. Y'all know this shit. Allowing owners to bring their Babaccio into virtual worlds and explore them in entirely new and creative ways. With Babacci, we celebrate not only art and technology, but also the people who make it all possible. The collection is designed for collectors, artists, and virtual world enthusiasts, offering a perfect blend of collaboration, innovation, and community spirit. Each NFT is a one-of-a-kind piece that tells a story, serves as a bridge between artist tradition and technological avant-garde. I'm terrible at reading. Y'all got to bear with me, and like multitasking. Join the Babacci movement and become part of a digital revolution that honors the creative, visionary minds redefining the future of art and digital culture. And you should also know that this is a true fucking generative project and being put fully on chain across Base and Arweave, so no IPFS shit. We're like 2025 on chaining this shit. So I'm gonna send it over to Fabiano because, like I said, these creatures are his concept, and I just loved it. So Fabiano, man, if you want to unmute and tell people about the Babacci here.
Hey,
Oh, we got him.
Okay. Every time I have some problem to speak, but no problem. Okay. Thanks to us every time for hosting me here in the WIP long time ago. And I want to speak a little and very little and not long because my English can be very difficult to understand. But I want to I want to sorry I want to show some pictures where the project was born, and as many of you know, I often work in pixel art and voxel art, and over time I have created a variety, a different of character with voxel. So I create a lot of things also for the WIP, and about this. I created this idea, no? This my work about this project, and I can share the first slide, like at the school, no? The first slide is I lost it. Yeah, sorry. This is the starting point of the Babacci, and is a strange starting point. This is a little box, little, not so little, with a lot of magnetic block that I use to start to study some voxel things. And why I study when I play with these little blocks, while I'm looking for an idea for a generative series, I come up with what were originally supposed to be microorganisms, and the first idea there there was something about microscopic world, and where this little character were to be composed of a few blocks, little few blocks. And the first result is this in the next image. The first try is this, and oh, sorry, wrong pixel. You can in this pixel you can watch my my feet with the. I sent the wrong pics, but don't worry. Is this, and this is the first experiment about this microorganism that after some long time became the Babacci, and playing around this from this point I started thinking about how to make them. Immediately I had thought of directly photographing the block and creating a generative work for image, but I didn't like the idea. So I started to try to work with voxel as ever, and I come out to make the first character in 3D. They had, but the first character they had to be without object, and I still didn't satisfy for this, and I send the image about this. This and this. This is the first try. This one. This is the first try. After this, I worked with also Patrizia. We worked to search a different things about this character, not only working in the color or in the shape, but we decided to add some object to create something different, to create character with particular feature, and we arrive at the Babacci story at the end. So yeah, wait a little. Oh, sorry, I lost my video. Oh, a little. Sorry, I lost one folder. Video. Okay. I have my wife that suggest where I have the file. Okay. Okay, some little video. Something like this. This is the and the last work that we create and the Babacci that we going to publish in 1 month, and this is with a special trait that is Brookman, Brook have. And wait a little bit, we can start. This is another people in the. So, if someone can recognize the trait, can okay, you understand what I say. Sorry. Okay, I can leave left the word to Rizzle now, and I ended my presentation. A little bit. Sorry, and I want to speak a little bit about the dev that is Fabiano, is an artist, also a dev that thanks to him we started to create this project all in generative way. So the software create all the 3D with the code is not part that we create with the we take some part and we mount this. No, this is all created with the code. All the little part of the PS or the color is all created with the generative code. Okay, so so I hope you can understand what I say, and thanks to hear me.
Yo, thank you so much, Fabiano. I can pick it up from here. I just dropped Fabiello's Twitter handle in the Discord channel here, and I can give you some backstory on how I got involved, and you could probably piece it together, right? Yeah, on-chain voxel art. Fabiano hit me up and said that he had been working on this project and wanted to put it fully on-chain in a generative way, similar to on-chain, but ramp it up a little bit, 2025 version, and make it a bit more complicated, and add some GLBs that people can pull directly from the thing. And so to attempt to do that was actually easier somehow in 2022 than it was when we started this project. And so it was a long haul of trying to find different projects, platforms, and people that could help us get it to the finish line. And Fabiano hit up Fabiello, and he was the one who was able to get us there. And so really in the spirit of a lot of the stuff that Matt and I have been talking about on the podcast, instead of leaning on someone else to get it to the finish line, we just fucking did it ourselves. And really proud to actually finally release this, because it's been a long time coming. And if you look around the WIP parcel, I mean, obviously you hop in there. The ones that you see when you hop in the parcel are a significant amount of the WIP crew. We threw Fabiello in there because we wouldn't have gotten here without him. And so these Babacci are not specifically these WIP crew members. Like, for example, the Matthew Babacci just has Matthew's trait on it somewhere. The Rizzle Babacci that organism is just holding the Rizzle trait. So Foxy Yoga it's got a fox, but that fox could pop up in any of these. Like Fabiano was saying, it's a true generative project. It's going to be run from a string of code, so it's not one of these. You preload 10 billion editions, and then people just sort of randomly get one of those. The fake generative stuff. Not knocking it, but it's for the nerds out there. You appreciate the line of code. So. That's how we did this shit, and I didn't really prepare anything to talk about today. I spent so much time fucking uploading bugs and doing outreach to make sure everyone's cool with having their traits in here. But excuse me, we got like about 75, 80 different community traits rolled into this random gen project, and I'm pretty stoked. It's gonna be launching at NFC Summit. A lot of the people who have traits in it are going to be out at NFC Summit, and the idea is we're going to put it at a pretty reasonable price point so that people can get a bunch of them and try and find the traits from the people that they like out here or themselves or whatever. There's a whole bunch of people here in the audience who knowingly or unknowingly have traits rolled into the random generator. I still have some outreach to do. So while I continue to ramble on somewhat unprepared, I want to let you guys know how you can all win one. So some of y'all have done this already, but if you take a selfie with any of the Babacci in here that you like, and you tag myself, Fabiano, and hashtag Babacci on, you can do it on Warpcast or on Twitter. We'll roll you into a random thing and we're going to give out 3 free mints today. So this will launch in a month, but it's all set and ready to go for NFC Summit. Targeting June 4th, but that's like super alpha and it could change, but I don't think it's going to. So we're gonna do that. So take a selfie, tag myself, tag Fabiano, hashtag Babacci on Twitter or on Warpcast, and we'll roll you into the random thing for a free mint. And I need to tell you how the name came up because like Fabiano was saying, when he initially sent me the project, it was a microorganism project, right? These were all supposedly like little microorganisms. I mean, I guess they still can be, but we were still like tossing around ideas for the name. And Fabiano and Fabiello, just being both Italian, started referring to them as Babacci, and me being American and having no idea what the hell that was. I was like, yo, what is this name? I think it's cool and it's fun to say, and I like the way it looks with eyeballs, and it means puppets in Italian. And I'm like, oh shit, that's like the perfect name for this, and they are like cute puppets, and as an American, it's really fun to say, and makes me feel fancy. I don't, that may not be appropriate. Right, it has a good ring to it. Maybe not, I don't know if it translates, if it has the same ring in Italian, but shit, as an American, it sounds great. Also, if you look around the parcel, there's a bunch of the images also in the WIP gallery, but like I said, it's actually kind of better to be able to walk around them in real time and everything. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else critical that I left out, but really can't say thanks enough to Fabiano, Patrizia for pulling me into this project. And yeah, we were like getting to the part where we were, figuring out how to get it fully on chain, figuring out how to get people to be able to download the GLBs. And then we were saying, what are all the traits we're going to roll into this thing? And then then the idea was, let's not figure this out. Let's just hit up everybody else and put their traits into this thing. And then we don't have to do any work to come up with them, and it's dope because all of our homies get traits in the thing. So homies asterisk was limited to a very narrow time over a year ago of the people who were at the top of probably both of our DMs, Fabiano, Patrizia, and myself and everything. So like I said, still have some outreach to do with any project like this. It's impossible, completely impossible to include everyone. But we're doing our best. So yeah, if you are angry and have not been reached out to yet, slide into my DMs and I'll see what we can do for you. So, but that's the thing. And as far as price point, edition size, and everything, the thought is to we can work this out in real time, to be honest with you, if you all have opinions. The thought is to do it as an open edition for a limited time window and a very reasonable price point so that we can get a lot of these creatures in as many people's hands as humanly possible. And I want them to live on in the WIP parcel and out here in the metaverse forever. Similar to on-chain chains, but like the tech still hasn't caught up with that, but we made sure to serve up some tech that the space has caught up with this time around. So working on both of those things. So if anyone, I already see posts coming up, people tagging me and everything. So shout out people helping us spread the word and liking the traits that are in there and everything. If anyone has any questions or anything, I'm going to pass the mic over to Sho so he can pass it back to one of us.
Sorry, I was just taking a sip of coffee. Oh man, dude, I've been waiting for this fucking thing to launch for like eons. Ever since it was mentioned. Ever since Rizzle was asking me what trade I wanted, and I was in DMs just being drunk and belligerent, saying, "Dude, just give me anything, man. I don't care." I'm like, "Dude, just whatever you want to do." But like just being annoying and holding up the project. I held up the project. It was me who did it. All right, don't blame anyone else. It was me. No. Oh man. First off, let me just say that Fabiano. And Patricia too. Fabiano deserves his flowers, man. Such a consistent artist. The whole Clods, the Clods era of Fabiano's creative career is such a staple in the space. Like you've seen, like everyone has seen it. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone has experienced it. So the fact that we're able to now see this new iteration of just like his mind, like these creations that you can now interact with, you can use as representations of yourself in the space is incredible. I feel like it's only right that an awesome project like this is out during this time where I feel personally there's so much space for opportunity for anyone who wants to take the crown to be really acknowledged and respected and represented for their hard work. I think this is the perfect time for you to put a project out and say, "Hey, I'm here. This is what I've been doing." So I say that this has some long runway, especially if everyone in the voice channel likes it, supports it, and does what Rizzle said to like, hey, like get the word out. Like if you want a little slice of the pie, do exactly what he said in order to get some, because truth be told, there's a lot of tastemakers in this voice channel, as opposed to supporting some random project that has zero creative juice, energy, whatever you want to call it, vibes. Like, hey, it's a clear money grab. It's lazy Fiverr artwork. Like, why don't you support an artist who's been with us since the beginning, who's been creating day in and day out consistently, who takes time to really do awesome work. Like, honestly, there should be more Italian speakers in here, so maybe we could actually speak to him and hear him out in his native language, as opposed to being lazy Americans and wanting him to speak English. Why don't you learn Italian, right? Instead of forcing Fabiano to speak our language, why don't we speak his language? Why don't we interact with this project and learn his language and connect with him on his level, as opposed to forcing him to meet us on our lazy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This project can achieve the heights that you want. Oh, if you want a project that's trading for 7 ETH, 10 ETH, 11 ETH, like Pengu or whatever, this project can go the same way if you on the voice channel support it too. You're all tastemakers, you all have followers, you all have voices in the space. If you truly feel like this resonates with you, if you want to to collect something that has value, to be the next big collector from this era, you can make that happen. The old collectors, all they did was just tweet, right? So now you can cast on Warpcast. So sorry, this is less about questions, but more just like I guess a pat on the back. That's not condescending or patronizing, right? I think like you don't have to join me in my opinion, but I feel like this is the perfect time for this project to launch, and I think that it's cute, it's fun. Like we know the style, we know the vibe, and if you gel or vibe with it, you know, spread the word. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that being said, we have a question from Ballistic Banana. They would like to know, where does Fabiano get his information from? I mean, information. Oh my God, his inspiration from. He's
Show rug.
But the question still stands. That's a pretty good one. Where does Fabiano get his inspiration from? Starting from the clock.
You need me?
Yeah, man.
You need me? No. Okay. Yeah.
He wants to know
what about this.
Question about what inspires you to create these.
Started from the walks and my pet. A lot of pet that I create, and this is something that born almost playing around this character that oh motherfucker. Sometimes I am very big problem to speak English if I don't prepare before, because it's hard for me. Okay, the inspiration is this that I published before in my pics. Is something, a process, is something that start from one little point and go to the last point. So it's a series of little point of idea and intuition that when I start in new work, I work until I found the a situation where I say the work and I say I watch the work and I said, okay, now I like it, and this is my inspiration, more or less.
Oh shit! Everyone's getting rugged. Fabiano's rugged. Show's rugged. That's all right. We're not gonna.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
The chat. Okay, for me is good.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and some of y'all saw the pictures of the magnetic blocks that he had ordered earlier that was starting to sort of piece some of these together in real life and everything first. So, yeah, Rugfest. Yeah, Fabiano, if you look at the backlog of Fabiano's work, a lot of it is in, I mean, you can see where the style has come from, and like a lot of legendary artists out here, he's got a very recognizable style that has sort of spun off in different directions, but you pretty much know a Fabiano piece when you see it. I'd love to just scratch on Show's Love Fest, which I appreciated genuinely. It does feel like a good time. It feels like a good time to launch this, and it also, this has been such a struggle to get out for so long that it's one of these things that was almost written off. Like, maybe we'll just never get it out of the gate. Maybe it's just too complicated, or we'll never just find like the right person to finally get it to the finish line and everything. And so in a lot of ways, like, the pressure is off from what it started as, in terms of like, you hope it's going to do well. You put a lot of time and energy into it. You hope you're going to be, rewarded in some way financially for, but all that was sort of scrapped because of how long this is taking to get out. And so now it's just Now it's like, it just feels like bonus round in terms of, it just feels good to fucking launch something. It feels good to launch like a creative project that we put our time and energy into. And also, like, I feel good about cramming in a bunch of our fucking traits, because there's a lot of big names and projects that we all know and love and are cool with and everything, who also co-signed on getting traits in here. And I'll save some alpha for another time and give you some, I'll name drop a little bit another time. But you know, a lot of us have been doing what we're doing for a long time, and significantly under-recognized, in my opinion. And so I'm like, you know what, fuck this, dude. If we're gonna, like, you know, launch some shit and put it out there with a bunch of community traits, I'm working as many of our people as we can here. So once again, it's impossible to get everyone at one point in time and everything, but it's the window's not like totally closed between me and y'all in this very private conversation that we're having here. So that's a long-winded non-response to Show's non-question, but you know, I'm here for the love fest. And reminder, if you just popped in and want to win a free mint, we're gonna give out 3 of them today. So just take a selfie with a Babacci, tag me, tag Fabiano, and hashtag Babacci. And you got to spell it right. That's like your only Italian test for today. Fucking spell Babacci right. It took me a few times. Babacci, 2 C's in a row, no 2 B's in a row. Right. No, I know. But you'll get it and you'll feel more Italian, and then thus part of the Babacci culture. I'm going to shut the fuck up and toss it back to the show to see if there's any other questions.
Hey y'all, sorry about that. I was like, what just happened? We have a question from Easy in Crypto. He would like to know what chains will the mint be available on?
So this is going to go on base for the sake of saving people gas, and also it not being absurdly expensive to put fully on chain, which is no small thing on mainnet. So the decision was to go with base and an L2. Especially because pretty much everyone is familiar with that at this point, and it allows us to do like a pretty size, or at least prep for a pretty sizable edition that we can get in a lot of people's hands easily. We fucked with a lot. We fucked with a lot. It's been a long road getting here. We explored other chains. We explored partnerships with other chains. We almost had it to the finish line with other chains. It was going to be this big ass thing, and you know, we can save these stories for the bar in Lisbon or whatever. But a lot of shit has gone on behind the scenes, all to get to the point where we just did it ourselves, and that also feels like a good mantra with this project. Oh shit, show dead again?
Oh no, sorry, I was just
okay, cool.
Finished. Lastly, so where do you see this going with GLB files? You know, people can use these as if I'm not mistaken, you can use them as a VRM in virtual worlds, correct? Or you can convert a GLB into a VRM. Is that correct?
Yeah, 100%. So this is the part where the tech is not quite there. So if these GLBs were all like humanoid characters, it would be a really seamless transition into like a VRM kind of thing, because there's a lot of really easy AI rigging programs that we could have even potentially integrated on the back end so that they came out of the box like able to move and everything. But since we like to be complicated and you know, create creatures instead of humanoids, you know, all of these things have a different number of like legs and tentacles and things like that. So and traits and everything. So essentially each one of these would have to have a custom rig designed for it, and AI is like almost there, where you could essentially like plop one of these Babacci into an AI rigging program and it would just figure it out. But it's not quite there without a little bit of refining or someone who can help you out. And it's definitely not there to integrate on the back end so that they come out of the box like ready to move around and shit. But that's I don't know. That's become one of the, I think, I don't know, things that have been unintentionally common about a lot of the projects I've released where they do some cool shit like out of the gate, but also I like to put shit out there that you can build on, and you know, when the tech gets better, there are better things that you can do with them too. Yeah, TLDR soon, MJ Moonbow. Yo, good shit. Thank you, show. This is the part where I thank the speakers. Thank you, me, for hopping on the mic today. No, in all seriousness. Thanks, Alvin, for hopping on. And honestly, I feel like what Alvin's cooking over there is pretty fucking cool. And if we can get the WIP over there and some invites to shill our shit, I'm certainly not opposed to that. Big shout out to Fabiano, Patrizia, Fabiello, our dev savior, for getting us to the point where we can have everybody in on the WIP here and running around these creatures. And if you haven't done it already and you want to win a free mint, take a selfie with one of the Babacci, tag me, tag Fabiano, hashtag Babacci. You got to spell it right, otherwise you're a fake Italian. And if you want bonus points, tag Fabiello and Patrizia. I've been dropping their handles in here. Legends as well. We're just trying to streamline the competition here so it's easy for people to participate in. But it's really been a group effort between the four of us and a long slog to get it to the finish line, and something to be proud of. I'm proud of it. I've been sliding into people's DMs for the last 48 hours, and a lot of people are getting back to me being stuck on the regenerate button on the test net thing that I'm sending people, just sort of looking at all the different creatures that aren't even complete. We got the testnet file on. So if you want a little alpha and you haven't seen the testnet yet, I'm willing to distribute that in DMs, but that's the super alpha. So you got to slide for that. I think that's just about everything. I'm a little out of my normal routine here because I'm also I'm hosting and on the mic and everything. Wait, hang on. Just give me a sec. Let me gather my shit and figure out what I'm supposed to say here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sign the guest book. Let me get back into like hosting mode. Make sure you sign the guest book. We got Babacci's and Rats. That's a unique NFT that will not be in the collection here, so that you'll only be able to get at the WIP. I think, or maybe not. Maybe you can buy it on Metaverse or something, but you're getting it for free here at the WIP. So sign the guest book, and we definitely need to hop in the world for a group shot here. So I should have done that earlier, but like I said, you got to bear with me. I'm wearing many hats. Fabiano is raising his hand here in the general channel. So hop in world and Hyperfy here and gather in the main spot here so we can take a group shot right in front of the stage. And I am going to maybe pass the mic over to Fabiano or see if he wants to say anything before we wrap here.
Yeah, a little things about the word Babacci. Babacci is a plural. They say this is the way, and Babaccio is the singular. So you know now some dialectal word, because this is not a Italian word, but this is the Italian dialectical word. Babacci e Babaccio, singular. Only little these things, so people can go to sleep well.
See, I'm glad that he explained it and not me, because
I closed the chat for the second time.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. You see, we all learned something today. Yeah, exactly, Fractilians. Thanks, Fabiano, once again for hopping on the mic and telling people all the inspiration behind this. Hop in world, if you haven't already. We're going to take a group shot amongst a bunch of Babacci legends here on the main stage. So let's do the thing.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty. How am I sounding? 5 out of 5, 2 out of 2?
Yes.
Thank you, Dragon8. Excellent. Okay, cool. So, if you've not been listening, I am the Paradox, the resident WIP videographer. It's the point of the show where we take a group photo, and I'm also going to collect some video. So, if you are in world and you're flying around and you're not near the middle, type /photo into the Hyperfy chat, and you will all jump back to where you started. What we're going to do is we're going to line up in kind of right at the front of the stage. You'll see a dancing watermelon. So I want a big line across the front of the stage. Make sure you're facing the right way. So I'm facing, like, basically all of you. I'm flying up. I'm actually invisible, but I'm facing the Babacci sign. So let's have a look. Let's get everyone there. Now, whoever's holding the flag, could you dump the flag to the side, just so we don't obscure the Babacci sign? Babacci? How do you say it? Babacci. Is that right? All right, let's get everyone to along that line. So let's have a look. Easy's there. Valiant, you're gonna jump in. Got a few people. Let's spread out a little bit all the way across this line. We've even got a car. Brilliant. And Fractillians, I know you're here. You're gonna jump in. It's just you by your lonesome. Okay, cool. Right. We're gonna do 2 shots. We'll get this one first. So, Dragon8, do your thing, please. Beautiful. That should just about do it for the first shot. Now I want to grab another shot because I'm also grabbing some footage for the promo videos for these for this project. So what I want everyone to do is to pick one of these characters on the stage and dance in front of that, please. And then for like a minute and a half or so, I'll grab some footage. So pick your favorite one, and I'll grab some footage. Come on, Brooke Cook. Lovely. Beautiful. Thank you very much. It's a little bit longer than normal because, as I said, I wanted to get some footage. But that just about does it for me this week. I'll catch you all next week. Paradox out. Cheers.
Some good shit. Appreciate Paradox helping out setting up the parcel today and wrangling him for the WIP video and the promo video that he's going to hook us up with. And this is about us, right? Let's fucking I'm really happy to fucking get everybody's shit in this project and get this out in front of a bunch of people when I'm out in NFC Summit and everything, because win, lose, or draw, we deserve this shit. So yeah, let's fucking go. Thanks everybody for coming out. I'm gonna throw the mic over to Matt, who's like rugged somewhere in NFT, or not NFT NYC, Farcaster Con, or like whatever the hell he's at. Matt, if you can hear me, man. No, is Matt even in here? Matt's dead. Matt's totally gone. It's just us. Fuck this. We can do whatever we want. We can just keep going. No, never mind. Shout out to everyone coming out today, and we're gonna wrap this thing and be back next week with Untitled XYZ and some dope shit with the Museum of Crypto Art stuff he's been working on. So thanks everyone for your support. Really, really appreciate the love, and stick around for the afties.
Wait, is this thing on?
It's time for the afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go. Yo, what's up, y'all? How's my audio? My 2x2, 5x5?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Yo, if I suddenly disappear, it's because my laptop randomly has hit me with a blue screen of death. That was so embarrassing and weird. I don't know why it happens right now. Of all things, I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't clicking on anything. I don't know, man. This laptop is 5 years old almost, and I don't know why it's dying. But it's also spamming keys when I press one key one time too. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Yo, that was inspiring, man. And I know I gave like a long-winded speech there, but I was supposed to be asking questions. But it just feels good to see projects launch, especially during this time where I feel like the opposite is happening. And I'm not, like I said, I keep saying I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer each week. But it's just been a wild ride for the past 2 months. Anyway, so, with fam, click on me in the voice channel. Click on me in the voice channel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fucking yeah. WIP fam. I'm not screaming. I'm not screaming. I'm intrigued. I'm perplexed. I'm just like I'm enthused. I can be more enthused, but I'm enthused, you know. Mostly I'm just I'm pulled in a bunch of different emotional directions. It's May 1st, and it finally feels like spring. It doesn't feel like it's pseudo-winter, pseudo-spring. In New York City, weird things happening where there's this little weird situation where sometimes it gets really, really cold around this time, and then it gets really hot. So you find yourself wearing winter clothes in 80-degree weather, and then suddenly the temperature drops overnight. And then you're like, oh, okay, so I was smart. And then it's the opposite happens where you wear light clothing. And then, like, let's say you go hang out with some friends, and then it's fucking freezing. And you're like, oh, shit. It's still like the weather doesn't know what to do with itself. And I feel like the space is the same way, where we're in this weird kind of thing where the space doesn't know what it wants to be. And it's been like that. And on top of it, it feels like the past 4 months have been a situation where the space doesn't know what it is. In America, the country doesn't know what it is. Even projects, leaders, venture capitalists don't really know who they are. They're acting out of rhythm, out of sync, out of tune. Aura points. They forgot how many aura points that they've accrued, that they've amassed. And I just want to say it's okay. I just want to tell you all in the voice channel that it's okay to think these thoughts, to think whatever feelings. Yeah, think through your feelings. Some people don't think, they can't think through their feelings. They avoid their feelings. Think about your feelings. It's okay to feel those feelings because you're not alone. I believe we're in quarter 2 of the year, and I was hoping that a big sweep, a big change would happen, because while it's arbitrary, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, I said at the end of March, I'm like, okay, April's here. Now I assume that companies want to make money. So they're going to start doing things to do that. Clearly that wasn't the case. April was the worst month, not my estimation. I would show the articles, but I can't find them. Was the worst month since they said, oh my God, when did they say? In the worst economic month since 1932. The worst, like, in terms of stocks and finance. Search, Google it, they said it. And I'm like, I'm with you. I agree. And again, I'm not, God damn it, I keep saying I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I just want to keep it real with you about the state of things, because many people, truth be told, have been ignoring the fact that the space, they keep using terms that don't define their feelings. It's emotional intelligence, right? You're like, man, I don't know what's going on in the space. The space is weird. The space is confusing. Oh, I don't know. Are NFTs dead? Is crypto dead? I don't understand what I'm doing here. It's a waste. I'm just going to touch grass. I'm just going to smoke weed and dissociate. All these things, right? Avoiding what's here. I don't want to avoid what's here because I like what's here. I want things to happen in the space because, like me, I assume that many of you want activity in the space because there's opportunity in activity. If there's no activity, then there are no opportunities, then we can't do things that are in line with how we are. Frankly speaking, job applications in the meat space. Have you tried to apply lately? I was under the impression that there were no jobs. I just assumed that everyone is dead, right? What I realized was in the crypto space, there are layers in terms of what's considered a job, opportunities, project, like work. There are companies that are hiring. Thousands of people are applying from crypto. There's an exodus. I assume, first off, that no one had any bankroll. That's what I thought. Certain companies do have that. But there are projects who the handshake, the nudge, the whisper jobs that kept many people afloat, making moves, maintaining lives that were less like offensive or like embarrassing to apply for, like the jobs that bring you on, like the DM, like, hey man, so I'm building this thing. We're paying X amount. This is what we're offering. And you hop on. You're like, oh shit, yo, this team is cool. We're doing this thing. You do something awesome for 6 months, and then there's runway, and you can chill, you can vibe. These things don't exist because projects have not been launching. Remember when I told you 3 months ago, 4 months ago? I'm like, hey man, something feels weird. There are less companies, native crypto companies, launching in the space. They're not just projects, not fly-by-night projects that have NFTs, 10,000 PFP projects. I mean things that are interesting. There are less. Many people have shut their doors. We've seen what happened, right? We've seen, I would say this is the effect. This is, we saw the cause, right? The cause, the Nikkei melting back in August, and then Ethereum as a whole, god damn it. Ethereum as a whole, not knowing what it is, disassociating from its emotions, right? Not having emotional intelligence, not looking itself in the mirror. Ethereum losing aura points and not being connected to Bitcoin, while Bitcoin is making a run up back to 100K literally right now, $4,000 away from hitting 100K again. Ethereum is in a holding pattern. Many projects couldn't, there were no more life rafts. So now we're seeing the effects. Without that, many people can't do things. There's a whole job economy within the crypto space where it's not considered a job. It's more like you are hired towards your skill set. It's a new fangled way of getting shit done. When you apply now and you get those emails that say, hey, we're moving forward with this project, but unfortunately you aren't a good fit, you're like, holy shit, I forgot how to fill out a job application. It's been so long. I forgot how to speak in the Japanese, the language, right? If there's a Japanese hiring language, interviewees, Japanese, office deskies. You forgot how to tailor your shit because you're like, man, I did this, I know how to do this. How do I explain how I'm able to do shit to you? When before I was in these positions or built these things because of how I was able to like do this or this or this. Anyway, I say all that to say that this is the effect of all those things dropping. This is the effect now where you have extremely talented, skilled people not able to connect because even networks have dried up. Hiring networks have dried up. What I mean by that is like within the crypto space, the people who had the networks, who were moving and shaking, the platforms have shuttered their doors. The people who had friends who do this, and this, like who were able to send out the DMs like, yo, all right, so this person needs this and this and this. I remember you were good at this. Bring them on, doom. And then it's like, hey, oh shit, we need one more person. Yo, who's good at this? And then hit them up or hit up a small group of people. Hey, you know, I know that we don't have space for this, but we bring you on. And suddenly like, oh, no, we do have space for you. That shit. What I've noticed is that the failure, follow me here. This is tinfoil hat shit. Tinfoil hat shit. The failure of Discord and the failure of crypto Twitter and the rise of Farcon has resulted in a step back. A lateral pivot into Web 2 tech hiring practices and oh shit. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. This is what I noticed, all right? First off, Forecaster is lit. Like, shout out to everybody who's still in the voice channel, who didn't leave, who I didn't scare away, whatever. Forecaster is lit. I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about, but I just wanna give you some perspective here. Perspective. Forecaster has the energy of Web 2 tech people coming into crypto. And not only that, I've noticed this thing where Web 2 tech heads are building frames and mini apps in the hopes of, get this, getting noticed and getting hired. Getting noticed and getting hired? They're building low frequency, low thought apps and that get maximum usage because Forecaster is hype. Because get this, I'm gonna keep saying get this because this is all new shit. Because I was on Forecaster a year ago and it wasn't this interesting. I was shitposting, getting interactions. Now I don't get interactions. I guess I'm not in the right channels for attention. But yeah, there are people who just joined Forecaster and they're getting attention. It feels very vaguely similar to Twitter. there are new talking heads, and there are devs who are building low-brow, low-frequency mini apps in the hopes of getting attention from companies looking to hire all kinds of, I guess, Web 2 things. 100K this salary, 75K this. And I'm just like, when did that become a viable form of like anything? Like people getting hired? I don't think people are getting hired from mini apps. I assume that you're creating a mini app so you can profit from the mini app in the future. Some kind of fee percentage from using the app, I guess. Making Forecaster greater, hoping that there's some kind of airdrop from Forecaster. Or maybe I'm like the uncle now in crypto. So many questions. Get this, and I'm gonna play the video that's up here in a second. That's just this for a reason. I'm gonna write this as a tweet and also a cast too. I don't know if I'm gonna get attention or not. I don't get attention. How can I apply for a job as a crypto thought leader, as a fucking social media something for your Web 2 thing? I don't even have LinkedIn. Has Farcon eclipsed NFT NYC? This is a question for all of you. Has Farcon eclipsed NFT NYC? I say this because New York City right now is on fire. On fire. Not only that, there's so many Forecaster events going on. This was not the same thing that happened last year. Farcon was so disorganized last year. And I didn't even go. Mind you, even though I'm here. I swore this week I wasn't going. Like the past couple of weeks, I haven't been feeling up to snuff. I got sick. And like with the market, I was feeling like I don't feel like my social battery and me justifying going out just wasn't there. It wasn't working. So I was like, man, let me chill. You know, the sombrero thing is going on Monday. It's more of an American holiday than a sombrero holiday. Sombreros don't even make sense for it, truth be told. I was like, let me, I'm just hoping for a better month, a new month full of vivaciousness. I wasn't feeling vivacious. And then they choose the worst time out of the fucking year to do a crypto conference. They chose this week for Forecaster conference, and it's fucking crazy. There's all these people, panels, all kinds of shit. Koopa Troopa is spinning. Look, listen, man, I'm jealous because Koopa Troopa got famous and I didn't. And this is emotional intelligence. This is emotional. I'm acknowledging my feelings and my thoughts. Koopa Troopa got kicked out of a very influential crypto community for having racist tweets. I'm just calling it out there. And then all he did was just giving out vapid fucking venture capitalist hyper famous casts and tweets and shit. I was jealous. I'm gonna be honest. Now he's DJing at elsewhere, and I wanted to go, but not for him. Just because Farcon was doing shit. Any crypto-related parties and you're in my city? Come on, man. My point, though, is like, I wasn't prepared. I felt blindsided. And the same thing with the space. Like, I wasn't prepared for these previous months. I felt blindsided by the market these 3 months. I kept telling you about a slow bleed. It's many of us weren't prepared for inactivity. In order for us as a people, as a collective, to do things, to highlight our skills, our abilities without a fucking resume that is scanned by AI, or even just like some hiring somebody who looks and they're like, oh, you don't fit, but even though I know that I fit, but I don't know how to express you in words on a fucking on a PDF document that I'm overqualified. There may be a typo in there here and there. I'm not toxic to the office. We were all blindsided. For us to keep going, low key, high key, we all employed ourselves and then some. But it's not that it's not a bunch of people with low net worth employing ourselves. No, it's a lot of movers and shakers who had access to high net worth individuals, or some of us are high net worth who are looking to make double the net worth, which we've done in the past. That's the truth. But if we don't have, if projects aren't launching, if projects are delaying, there's no moves to make. There are no moves to make in the space. But yet if on Farcaster, there's an exodus to Farcaster because people are being seen, that people realize that you can easily build an app. You can take an idea and make it into something which, oh my God, you could make an idea into something and people use it. And then, there's all these things about you can get paid from using things. This is a transition to something. He's not in the voice channel because he's walking around the city, but shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Matt. Matt has been going on a fucking tear the past 3 weeks. He's been on a fucking spree. So if you didn't know, his app, Tippin, has been like catching a lot of steam to the point where many of us in the voice channel are like, yo, dude, why, yo, put us on, man. Put us on. I thought we were homies for 5 years. Put us on. Don't you want us to help you out, dude? Tippin has been having Farcaster wars with other tipping like apps. If you don't know what Tippin is an app that Matthew talked about 2 weeks ago. He's been ideating over the past couple of months with Cam from Scent and like their coterie, their collective, and they've just been all these ideas that they had. They've just been making them and throwing them out and seeing what sticks. Failing fast, failing hard. Shout out to that. Fail fast, fail hard, right? But my whole thought in my life, I've always been a fucking rocket launcher of an individual. I have multiple skills, and it's hard to express that to people because I can't convince you with words. I tend to do with actions, but then if I create the thing for you and give you free IP, then you could just take it and then not hire me, right? That was always my thing, my spiel. I'm more of a perform and show you as opposed to audition and show you. That was my life as an actor. That was my life as like doing all these gig working, freelancing things. That was always my conundrum, where in the interview room, I can't convince you because you will look at me and not believe because I'm hyper confident. Or in the audition room, I hate being judged. I'd rather just give me the fucking work and I prove it to you right then and there. That was always my conundrum. It's the same thing in the space. So if you have Farcaster and you can just get the idea out, you prove as opposed to having to explain. The elevator pitch has always sucked in life. Imagine Matthew. Well, actually, Matthew's good at this. See, I'm saying all this shit. He's not even fucking here, right? But I'm just showing him up. But it's not just him. It's many of us here. Hidden Forces with the elevator pitch. Rizzle with the elevator pitch. 1_James with an elevator pitch. Easy in Crypto, by the way, is one of the individuals who, if you put Easy in a room, it's not even an elevator pitch. Easy manages to express himself in a way and connect faster than anyone I've seen. I swear to God. And this is 5.5 years of seeing this shit.
where Easy manages to connect with damn near anybody. And it's a shout out to him. I thought I was good. Like I've had this thing where within the acting community, I've always had this thing at networking events where I had a rule where I had to introduce myself at least 3 times to an individual in order for them to remember me, and also figure out a way to slide. Well, this was business cards. Your actors used to have business cards back in the day. So hold it in my hand in a way where I can, when I shake your hand, I have the card in my hand and I slide it to you, right? And then I learned that if you have cardboard business cards with pointy edges, that if you prick someone's hand with it, obviously they don't want it. So I learned the secret of rounded edges with my business cards. I innovated that shit front and back business cards. So if you drop it, your face is still on there. That even if someone drunkenly walks by and they look down, they still see you. It's not just like a blank business card in the back. So if they drop it, it's only a blank thing. Anyway, I say that because I thought that I was innovating a thing. Easy Crypto's been so good at just connecting in crypto. How do you sell this ability to someone on a LinkedIn connection or a job application or PDF? Briefly express how you're a good fit for blah, blah, blah. You can't even do that shit. My point being is the elevator pitch is outdated. Connecting on LinkedIn for some random job benefits this and all sort of shit is outdated. The way that we were doing things, it's not handshake, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, in the know. It was like, you're in these communities, if you're a really good orator, if you're really good at expressing yourself, if you're really good at entertaining, there's so many skill sets that are associated with that. You can't sell that, oh, if you've spent years interviewing people within the crypto space and then you write it on your resume, do you know how that looks? People are like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that too. Serving, if you're easy in crypto and you serve as a liaison between multiple brands, brand, this is a job title. Partnerships coordinator, partnerships manager, serving as a liaison between two, like making sure that the connection of the business prop is up and up. But then writing that shit down and then they're saying, well, you need 5+ years experience. He does. But then saying like, hey, show me examples. And he's like, oh, well, I've done this and this and this. And then they're like, you know what? Honestly, I'm not really vibing with you right now. And I'm not really jiving with what you're saying. Like, it's all the right words. It's just not it's just not elucidated. Is that it's not expressed properly. So I just don't think it's gonna. It's like you see that. That's why I'm like, I jumped out of that shit and jumped into this shit because it was easier to move and shake. It was easier to sell the product. It was easier for people to take a chance on you, and then when they see the product, what you do, they're like, oh, dude, like, I wasn't expecting this. This is, like, fucking awesome what you do, man. Imagine being a metageist and having to, he has to fill a job application to create AR artwork for a multi-chain restaurant. And then he has to explain what his artwork is and then explain the tools. And then you see where I'm going with this? I just put my head down and I put my thumb and my pointer finger to the bridge of my nose, right? Where my eyes are at and shit. I came here to escape this. So when there are no projects doing anything, and I'm like, hey, I want to help. So when I say, hey, I want to help, right? A DM of me saying, hey, I want to, like, dude, does your project need help? And then they're like, well, how can you help? And I say, yo, like, well, like, and then they see, oh, you followed by this person on Twitter, or on Farcaster, followed by this person. Oh, you've done this, and this. they're like, oh shit, wait, so you can do, I'm like, yeah, man, so I think you could do this. Like, let's do this and let's see how it goes. And then I throw a number. It's so much, it's so easy. Well, not easy. No, wait, no, wrong words. No, wait, shit, fuck. That's not what I mean. It's not easy. No, what I mean is like actionable conversation. A project looking to build, there's room for growth through actionable conversation with people with many skills. The concept of jack of all trades is a dead concept to keep you boxed and marginalized and low. There are many people in this voice channel who have many skills that I swear to God, if you try to tell someone you can do this, and they just think that you're a Gen Zer looking to gamify the job market and trying to get one over on a millennial who's hiring, or God forbid a boomer who is hiring still, who's like, yeah, sure, buddy. Show me your portfolio. Motherfucker, are you serious? A portfolio in crypto for me to help your fucking company? Show me some things you've... If there are no projects in the space, my friends here can't get positions, can't do things. Bay Backner getting to the C-suite of Decentraland. I'm pretty sure there was a job application thing that had to happen with Bay because Decentraland is hiring through like Indeed and all other bullshit. But there's a lot of like cachet. There's a lot of like I'm pretty sure she's mastered the art of like doing all that shit, and then like being able to bring all the shit that we know how to do within the projects in the space to say, hey, no, this position, you need me for this to help you get from point A to point B, and I will fucking prove it to you, type of thing. Or better yet, ask about me. It's real. Meta guys, there's the rub. And Rizzle, there's the rub. Thank you. All right. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, you're cooking. You are cooking. Thank you. See, that's what it's like. All right. I'm gonna go back to what I said about Meta guys. A multi-chain restaurant wants some AR artwork, and then they want Meta guys to fill out an application and then express in one sentence or less what the artwork looks like. And and to Meta guy's credit, like he expresses himself well, and he could put it in a sentence, but it's still cross your fingers. And I'm pretty sure Meta guy's the type of person who will roll his fucking eyes and just be like, fucking send, and then let's just see what the fuck happens, because it's the idiocy that goes into this process. And the fact that the humbling aspect of having to fucking do this thing is beyond crazy. Rizzle is correct in saying not only Rizzle having to type those words out in a sentence that he's totally, of all people, Rizzle saying that he's unemployable at this point is fucking blasphemy. And Meta guys having to explain artwork in order to get a contract, but the contract is huge, so you would explain it, right? But then they're like, well, I'm gonna take a shot on you. I guess I kind of understand your artwork. It's led me to believe that this space understands its space more than the web. So even these are Web3 companies too that are looking to bring people on, and there's a weird. I want to say the word is dichotomy, but dichotomy is not the word. No, disparity. I just like big words, man. I love it because the energy behind the word, even when it's wrong, feels so right in the fucking moment. But obviously, it's not right. The disparity, the cognitive dissonance that comes with seeing a thing, and then you're hiring for a thing, but not understanding the thing that you're seeing, but then knowing that you need to fill a spot. What is it that you actually want? What is it that you really want is the thing. I've been saying this. The reason why I'm going into this because many people in the space have been liquidated over the past 4 months. That's the deal. All right, fam. Many friends, many business partners, even my enemies in the crypto space have been liquidated. And that's a pregnant pause on purpose. Many people have been bleeding out and we're going to be liquidated. I'm raising my hand, man. I'm being liquidated and I'm growing gray hairs and I'm freaking the fuck out. And then there's meat space stressors. There's a lot of meat space stressors that the point is many people have been considering doing this. And doing this, what I mean by this is dusting off the old PDF. Dusting off the old PDF and like reevaluating things. The answer for many of us is to build. Many people are scared to build because you need funds to build. There's no war chest. But now if you're building on Forecaster, there's a random dev who just graduated from Parsons or whatever the fuck, or wherever the kids who got dev skills are graduating from. They're like, oh yeah, I want to get a 6-figure gig. I'm just gonna build out this app. Oh, I'm gonna do events. An event app. Which, by the way, I conceptualized an event app two and a half years ago. I was gonna repurpose and then pitch to Rizzle. But I realized that it won't work now because there's an event app called events.xyz on Forecaster that does it without a token or creating a token economy that incentivizes attendance or creating events. And then there's a whole tokenomics thing, but it doesn't matter. No one gives a fuck about tokenomics if you can attend events and then get tipped by Forecaster independently. So it invalidates the product. That's another pregnant pause. I'm aware of the time. I'm just cooking. There's a lot I want to get off of my chest. It was a rough fucking 4 months. It was a rough April, March. I hate March and April. It's 4 months rolled into one. March will be split up into 3 fucking months. March is so damn long. And then April was fucking worse. And then you add tariffs on top of it. Well, not just tariffs. You like the misunderstanding of economic growth and moving and shaking. There are no projects to build off of. There are no projects to assist in growth. But yet there are Web 2 and Web 3 companies that are bankrolled by God knows who, that are building things that nobody wants. And then there's always a project dev or program coordinator this, and then it has all these things they want you to do, and then they want you to spend 3 days in the fucking office. Shout out to Kelsey. I want to make crypto projects great again. I want to make crypto projects great again. God damn it. What happened? Just like Trump said, these past 4 months are Biden's economy. And you know what's crazy? Fractilians. And you know what's crazy? Right, check this out. Follow me on this, man. Trump, and like, it's somewhere here, but I don't want to scroll up because I want to stay on this video. But Watcher Guru tweeted out that Trump said that this is Trump's economy. I mean, this is Biden's economy, not Trump's economy. And low-key high-key, I don't give a fuck what sitting president is here. We all know that this is low-key high-key true. Think about it, right? The transition monetarily from one president to another one does take a couple of months. It goes, you hope that the first 100 days fixes things, right? But in addition to that, you know that it takes like 6 months to shut off all that other bullshit policy and start getting into the nitty gritty. The problem is we don't have 6 months. We've been fucked for 4 years. And then on top of it, for 4 months, we've been bled out by multiple factors, but many of it being associated with one, an inept holdover in the form of Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve seat, hired by the previous sitting president, who has been holding up policy that has been aggressive towards crypto for 4.5 years. That's one. Two. Shit, was there a two? I forgot. Two. There's been inept leadership and marketing from the de facto number 2 chain, and there's been no other fucking chain that can eclipse this shit and give us an off-ramp into something fucking that makes sense. There's clear market manipulation now. It's been 4 months. There's clear market. There's no fucking possible way that a singular token can trade sideways when there is literally $500 million, no, $500 million, god damn it. No, there's billions of dollars tied to this fucking coin. There's either some code shit with stabilization in the code. Proof of staking means that the shit is supposed to stay. There's some shit now at this point. There's a lack of projects. I'm not saying I want to be hired. I always want to assist projects in doing things. Because I can do multiple things. But they're like, sure, well, what the fuck can you do? I'm like, man, I can do a lot. Everything from editing your project to fucking leading your community to fucking marketing. Like big scale marketing, both meet space and in the fucking thing. I can single-handedly run your entire fucking social media marketing team and your fucking marketing team and create the content. But yet they're like, well, show us. And then you show them and you're like, god damn it. There needs to be more crypto projects in the space, period. Period. So that's why I'm like, man, I'm hoping symbolically leaving April into May, sunny blue skies, that people get like excited. They're like, yeah, I want to start creating things because, you know, it is dreary. January, February, March, and April is April showers, right? It's all gray and depressing. People losing money in the market. If there's a run, I promise you people will be inspired. Like, you know what? I want to build this project. The fact that there's been a delay. Oh my god, dude, but I've just been fucking running. All right, let me just play this video so you check this out and just see, just listen to this.
January 20th, interest rates, mortgage rates are down, gasoline and energy prices are down. We're expecting the further decreases. And as Caroline said, the big tax on consumers that goes unnoticed is deregulation or regulation, and we are deregulating and bringing that down. So from a household income point of view, we would expect real purchasing increases. We've seen them over the first 100 days, and we would expect that to accelerate. We are doing peace deals, trade deals, tax deals, and deregulating. And the deregulation is a longer lead time, but I think by the third and fourth quarters, that's really going to kick in.
All right. So this is the new Janet Yellen. This is Janet Yellen's replacement. Same guy who said that they'll do everything they can in order to support the economy. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Try to push for fucking interest rates. All this shit revolves around interest rates going down. The Treasury needs to look at the quarterly report and then look at April and then decide if they want to fucking drop rates. as if they haven't been living in this country and seeing that things are fucked. Literally, there are many people waiting between April 5th and April 7th, especially April 7th of next week, for the Fed meeting and for this motherfucker to say, hey, we're dropping interest. But then there's many people who said that they're not dropping. If they don't drop, everyone is fucked. In the crypto space, you, me, everyone, we are fucked. Because if you heard what he just said, this guy right here, Scott%, they're saying, oh, everything is down. It's not up. Like, I'm like, sir, are you serious? Deregulation. And he said, well, quarter 3, quarter 4 to kick in. We can't wait till quarter 3, quarter 4 for shit to kick in. Remember, fam, I'm always giving you the alpha on this shit. I'm always analyzing this shit in front of you first. I'm always telling you all this shit first. And then when you see it play out, then you understand. We cannot wait for that. Next week, they need to drop shit. At least drop something so the markets can get excited. So then there's risky money going into crypto so then people can survive. So then projects can be created. So then those projects that are looking for help to get their shit going so they can launch things in September, have the teams that they can bring on, and that means you and me. All that being said, I don't know where NFC Lisbon is, but god damn it, imagine if there was a live WIP event at NFC Lisbon. Yo, they should fucking play us and fly us out. Pay for room and board, fly us out. In regards to what Hidden Forces just said. With fam, thank you so much for coming through this edition of Reacties. I know I went over time. My bad. Oh my God. 440. My bad, yo. My bad, fam. There's just a lot that I wanted to get off my chest. We're in a new month. I'm just hoping that, man, opportunities, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. Opportunities. That's it. We don't survive without them. So that's it. I just wanted to keep you abreast. I'll probably keep it short next week just because I went crazy this week. But much love. I'll shut the fuck up and see you the fuck later.
One, two, three, 4. Sunshine, mashed potatoes, I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes, oh cheese, oh cheese, oh cheese, oh this is awesome, 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 sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going. Yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio box with fire, with fire, with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people. I am so sorry. Give me that shit. I got carried away. We all love a good meme explorer song. Cheddar, cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Red dot has cheese. Meme explorers with extra cheese. Death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. Audio problems. Cheddar won't go out for days. Cheese is like, fuck yes, oh, death. to audio, audio problems, death to audio problems, death to audio, a gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problems don't deserve to live. To emoji with the tongue sticking out. Emmentaler and Gruyere, that almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Meme Explorers. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things, captive heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, high cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Milk, cheese is live. Audio problems, cheese is live. Oh yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, death to audio, LMA, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, death to high thing. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said down to audio, to audio, down to audio, to audio, down to audio, to audio. Next thing audio, to audio, to audio, Elmo's audio, Gouda like yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.